It may be a controversial question. Shafiqullah Kattabi from the UK said, why are the Shia people in Iraq, Iran and Afghanistan changed the Adhan, and what is the reason behind it? In fact, it is not only about the Adhan. Adhan is one of the symptoms of the change. If the Aqidah has changed, then everything else is possible to change, including the Quran. If not the Quran, then at least its translation and interpretation. These guys do not believe in the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which means they're missing 50% of the deen. The Quran can be only understood via the Quran itself, along with the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if I deny the Sunnah, I don't believe that the Prophet said this ahadith, I deny al-Bukhari wa Muslim wa Ahmad wa Malik and all these scholars and this ahadith, then I'm completely disconnected from the proper understanding of the deen. So how am I going to worship? Well, you can as well make your own recipe. And this is what happened. In the Adhan, you hear statements that the Prophet ﷺ did not approve. For us, the mainstream of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, the mainstream of this Ummah, is very simple because we have the Ahadith. How did the Adhan start? Who prescribed the Adhan? And what did the Prophet ﷺ say to Ali, and how he taught Bilal? May Allah be pleased with all of them. And what Bilal used to say, then in Fajr, what he added to the Adhan, As-salatu khayru min nawm. All of that is recorded and reported in the sound hadith. So we got it. We have no problem with it. When they don't have that, they have to resort to their own mind. Now they can make up their own sharia and legislation and deen and aqidah and so on. That's why the Prophet ﷺ predicted that all of those who deviate from this deen, which would reach up to 73 sects, 73 sects, little more than the different sects of the Jews and the Christians. All of them are deviant. All of them are non-Muslims. We're not talking about the differences in the branches of fiqh. We're talking about differences in aqidah and belief. And the Adhan is just one of the symbols. The prayer itself is different. I happened once to pray in one masjid, and people picked up a fight with a guy who was praying against something that he put on the carpet. So I tried to intervene, and I said, why are you doing that? You know that this is a masjid in a Sunni country for Ahlul Sunnah. Why are you doing that? He said, because the prayer against the carpet is invalid. You have to pray on the floor. I knew that he is a Shia, and without opening an argument with him, because I did not want to confuse people, I just asked him a very simple question. You know that this is a Sunni country and this is a Sunni masjid, right? He said, right. And the Imam is praying on the carpet. Do you claim that praying on the carpet invalidates the prayer? He said, yes. I said, but you just prayed behind an Imam whom you believe that his prayer is invalid. At that, I trapped him, and he said, well, I was not actually following him. So if you're not following the Imam because you believe his prayer is invalid, similarly in the Haram, you believe that their prayer is invalid, what is the purpose of your coming to the masjid? Only to create trouble. So we have to be careful with that. Now, we can say, لَكُمْ دِينُكُمْ وَلِيَ دِينُ. This is their deen. Our deen is stemming from the Quran and the sound sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. This program and many other programs are revolving around two things. Allah said, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, and it is proven to be sound. Besides that, we rely mainly on the Quran and the sound sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. That's why we have a peace of mind. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring comfort to your eyes, peace to your mind, teach us what we don't know, and help us to understand our deen properly and practice it better. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.